Hello everyone. Today we will study types of reaction. So let's begin. Lesson 1, Chemical Reaction and Equation, Part 2, Types of Reaction. As you all can see on your screen, there are mainly 5 types of reaction. Combination reaction or synthesis reaction, displacement reaction, decomposition reaction, double displacement reaction, and lastly redox reaction, that is oxidation and reduction. Let's move further and understand the equation with the help of the symbol as you all can see on your screen. A plus B gives out AB. It means जब दो या उससे ज़्यादा एलिमेंट आपस में combined होते हैं, it form a compound. Such reactions are known as combination reaction. Second, AB gives out A plus B. It means when a compound breaks down, it gives two or more substance. Such reactions are called decomposition reactions. Third equation, AB plus C gives out AC plus B. It means more reactive element displace less reactive element. Such reactions are called displacement reaction. Fourth reaction, AB plus CD gives out CB plus AD. It means what happened in it कि exchange हुआ ions का reactant के बीच में. So such reactions are known as double displacement reactions. Now let's understand these reactions with the help of some examples. As you can see on your screen, C plus O2 gives out CO2. It means A plus B gives out AB. So which reaction it is? Combination reaction. C is A, O is B, it gives out AB, CO2. In reaction, H2O2 gives out O2 plus H2O. It means AB gives out A plus B. So it is a decomposition reaction. Where H2O2 is AB, it gives out H2O plus O2, that is A plus B. Third reaction, Zn plus CuCl2 gives out ZnCl2 plus Cu. It means AB plus C gives out AC plus B. So it is a displacement reaction where CuCl2 is AB, Zn is C, it gives out AC, that is ZnCl2 plus B, that is Cu. Fourth reaction, Ki plus PbNO3 का whole twice gives out PbI2 plus KNO3. It is a displacement reaction where AB is Ki, CD is PbNO3 का whole twice. It gives out Bc, that is PbI2 plus AD, that is KNO3. Now we will discuss each reaction thoroughly to understand it. So students, let's begin. First reaction is combination reaction. As its name suggests, combination means to combine or join. So we can say that combination reaction is that reaction which is formed by the combination of two or more elements. Or we can say that when two or more reactant, that is element or compound, combine to form a single product, it is called combination reaction. Let's understand it with the help of some example. As you can see on your screen, S plus O2 gives out SO2, Ba plus F2 gives BaF2, and many more. C6H12O6 plus 6O2 gives out CO2 plus 6H2O plus energy. Now in this reaction energy is releasing. So in those reactions in which large amount of heat or energy is released, such reactions are called exothermic reaction. As you all can see on your screen, when glucose react with oxygen, it forms CO2 plus H2O and release large amount of heat. Thus, we can say that those reactions in which large amount of heat is liberated, such reactions are called exothermic reaction. तो exothermic reaction कौन सी होती है? वो reaction जिसमें से heat release होती है. To make it understand more clearly, let's perform an activity. Take small amount of calcium oxide or quicklime or in simple words चूना, जिसे लोग white wash के लिए use करते हैं घरों में. When calcium oxide react with water, we will observe that calcium hydroxide or slake lime is formed. When we touch the beaker, we feel it hot. When we leave the beaker undisturbed for some time, the slake lime settle down at the bottom of the beaker as a precipitate. Precipitate means residue के form में वो नीचे इकट्ठा हो जाता है. Let's see this video now.
Take a small quantity of lime water using a spatula and transfer it into a beaker.
Thermometer,
Glass rod. Slowly add water into the beaker so that quicklime remains submerged in the water. Quicklime reacts vigorously with water to produce a suspension of slaked lime, releasing a large amount of heat. Leave the beaker undisturbed for some time. A clear solution of lime water appears as the suspension of slaked lime settles down.
Student, now let's move to next reaction, that is decomposition reaction. जैसे कि इसका नाम बताता है, decompose मतलब किसी चीज़ को तोड़ देना, break कर देना. So we can say that decomposition reaction are those reaction which is formed by the breakdown of compound into two or more substance. मतलब जब हम किसी भी कंपाउंड को ब्रेक करते हैं और वो कन्वर्ट होता है दो या उससे ज़्यादा कंपाउंड या एलिमेंट में, उन रिएक्शन को हम डिकम्पोजिशन रिएक्शन कहते हैं. लेट्स अंडरस्टैंड इट विद द हेल्प ऑफ सम एग्जांपल्स. CaCO3 gives out CaO plus CO2. So as you can see on your screen, when CaCO3 limestone decompose on heating to CaO quicklime and CO2, such reactions are called thermal decomposition reaction. Thermal decomposition reaction का मतलब ये reaction heat की presence में हुई है. Let's take one more example. AgBr gives out Ag plus Br. It means when any substance decomposes in the presence of sunlight, it is called photochemical decomposition reaction, as you can see on your screen. So in these reactions, heat or energy is absorbed. So these reactions are known as endothermic reaction. Let's understand this equation with the help of an activity. Take about 2 grams of ferrous sulfate in a boiling tube. Now heat the boiling tube over a burner. We will observe that when ferrous sulfate crystal is heated, it absorbs water and decomposes firstly into white and then brown color ferric oxide and gives out smell of sulfur. Where ferric oxide is solid and SO2 and SO3 are gases. So student, now let's understand this reaction with the help of this video.
Take some ferrous sulfate crystals in a dry boiling test tube. Note the green color of the ferrous sulfate crystals. Heat the boiling tube over the flame of a burner and observe the color of the crystals after heating. We can observe the color of the ferrous sulfate crystals is changed and the characteristic odor of burning sulfur is observed. 2FeSO4 gives rise to Fe2O3 plus SO2 plus SO3. In this reaction, ferrous sulfate crystals, FeSO4, 7H2O, lose water when heated, and the color of the crystals changes. It decomposes to ferric oxide, Fe2O3, sulfur dioxide, SO2, and sulfur trioxide, SO3.
See one more activity. Take a plastic mug and make 2 holes and insert electrodes in it. Connect these electrodes with 6-volt battery. Now fill the mug with water and add alkali or dilute sulfuric acid in it. Take 2 test tubes, fill it with water and insert them over the electrode. Now switch on the battery. We will observe formation of bubble over the electrode. When we bring the flame near the gas collected at the cathode, it burns immediately. It means it is a oxygen gas. While gas obtained at anode burn with pop-up sound, so it is a hydrogen gas. Now student, let's see this video to make this activity more clear.
When electricity is passed through acidic water, it decomposes into oxygen and hydrogen gases. But water is a bad conductor of electricity. Therefore, a little salt or a little alkali is added to water for easy conduction of electricity. Dissolve a little quantity of acid in water. Pour the solution in an apparatus as shown here. Fill 2 test tubes with solution and see that no air bubbles are present. Invert these test tubes over the iron nails. These are called electrodes. Connect these outer electrodes to the positive and negative terminals of a battery. You can see that gases are produced in the 2 test tubes. After 30 minutes, examine the volume of each gas formed in the test tubes. Are the volumes of gases equal? Introduce a glowing splinter into the test tube in which less amount of gas is formed. The splinter burns brilliantly. Therefore, we can say this gas is oxygen. Introduce another glowing splinter into the test tube in which more volume of gas is formed and observe it. This splinter is put out with a pop sound. But the gas burns with blue flame. Hydrogen possesses this property. Therefore, we can say that the gas present in this test tube is hydrogen. In this way, sending electricity through water and decomposing into oxygen and hydrogen is called electrolysis.
So student, now move to next reaction, that is displacement reaction. As its name indicates, displace means to move. So when more reactive element displace less reactive element, it is called displacement reaction. As you all can see on your screen, reactivity series, the element which is placed above hydrogen in reactivity series displace element placed below the hydrogen in reactivity series. So student, let's understand it with the help of example. As you can see on your screen, Zn plus CuSO4 gives out ZnSO4 plus Cu. So Zn displaces Cu and forms ZnSO4. It means Zn is more reactive than Cu. As you can see on your reactivity series, Zn is placed above copper in reactivity series. So Zn displaces copper. So student, now let's see an activity. Take a beaker of 100 ml, put a solution of CuSO4 in it. Now add iron nail in it. As you can see in your screen, we will observe that iron is more reactive than copper, thus it will displace copper. Let's understand the activity with the help of given video.
Iron nails, sandpaper, test tubes, copper sulfate solution, thread, clamp stand,
and test tube stand.
Take 2 test tubes marked as A and B, and in each test tube pour about 10 milliliter of copper sulfate solution. Fix test tube A on the clamp stand and keep the test tube B as control sample in test tube stand. Now, take 3 iron nails and clean them by rubbing with sandpaper. Tie 2 iron nails with a thread and immerse them carefully in the copper sulfate solution in test tube A for about 20 minutes and keep the third nail aside. After 20 minutes, take out the nails and keep them beside the unused clean nail. Do you observe any change? On comparing both the nails with the unused nail, you will find that the iron nails, which are kept in the copper sulfate solution, have developed a reddish-brown layer on them. Now, take out the test tube A from the clamp stand and keep it beside test tube B for comparison. On comparing both the solutions, you will find that the original deep blue color of the copper sulfate solution has faded away. What is the reason behind these changes? When iron nails are dipped in copper sulfate solution, the iron metal reacts with copper sulfate, which results in the formation of ferrous sulfate and copper metal. In this reaction, iron being more reactive than copper displaces copper from the copper sulfate solution and forms ferrous sulfate, which fades the deep blue color of the solution. The displaced copper then deposits on the iron nails in the form of a reddish-brown coating. Since in this reaction, a more reactive metal iron displaces a less reactive metal copper,
now we will study next reaction, that is double displacement reaction. Just now we have studied displacement. Displacement means to move. Here it is given double. Double means two. So double displacement reaction are those reactions in which exchange of ion take place between the reactant. Let's see an example of double displacement reaction. As you all can see on your screen, AgNO3 plus NaCl gives out AgCl plus NaNO3. It means Na displace Ag and form NaNO3, or we can say that exchange of ion take place between the reactant and it form AgCl plus NaNO3. Understand this equation with the help of an activity. Take a small quantity of BaCl2 in a test tube and pour it in a conical flask. Now take another test tube and add a small quantity of Na2SO4, that is sodium sulfate, and transfer it in a conical flask containing barium chloride BaCl2 solution. We will observe that a white precipitate is formed. It confirms the presence of sulfate ion in the solution. Now leave the beaker undisturbed for some time. After some time, pour the solution in a beaker. Now BaCl2 is left as a precipitate in a conical flask, as you can see on your screen. Now add dilute hydrochloric acid, that is HCl, in it. We will observe that sulfate ions are displaced by chloride ions. Now let's understand this activity more clearly with the help of given video.
Sulfate, barium chloride, dilute HCl, a beaker, conical flask and test tubes. Take a small quantity of barium chloride in a test tube. and transfer it into a conical flask. In another test tube, take a small quantity of sodium sulfate and transfer it into the conical flask containing barium chloride solution. A white precipitate of barium sulfate is formed immediately. This confirms the presence of sulfate SO4 2- ions. Stir the contents of the conical flask and keep it undisturbed for some time. The precipitate of barium sulfate settles down. Decant the upper solution from the conical flask into a beaker. Then add a small quantity of dilute HCl into the conical flask containing the precipitate. Swirl the flask well. The white precipitate is insoluble in dilute HCl. In this chemical reaction, sulfate ions are displaced by chloride ions and chloride ions are displaced by sulfate ions. So the reaction is a double displacement reaction.
So student, this is all for today's session. Please like, share and subscribe my channel for more updates. Thank you.